Hello and welcome everybody back to the channel again. This is Thomas. I am Lucky, bringing you more Madden 25 Patriots franchise. Last time, we started out the episode making some trades. Now, I'm going to start off this episode by extending one of those trades to a 7-year deal. As cheap as I can get them, that's how I'm going to play this. We did experience an injury in the win against the Jets. Our right tackle is going to be out until week, I think, 13. Not ideal. Today is the trade deadline. And let's just go ahead and go through our game plan. I think Tony Pollard being the guy we plan against, and Jeffrey, you know what? I'm okay with both of those. Let's set up our weekly goals. And yep, that works. Let me go ahead and take care of all of these. All right, looking at the injuries, backup outside linebacker out for the game. That's fine by me. In terms of the offense, we are clean. Let's go. We have a conversation with CM Freeze after we have a trade offer. All right, let's go and upgrade our players first, and I'll look at this trade offer. I have a trade offer for Hunter Henry. I'm not taking any of those. All right, time to have a conversation with CM Freeze.
So last time when we checked in, you were 1-3, and now you have quietly won your last 4 games to boost yourself to 5-3. How does it feel?
Well, that is quite true. Let's look at my schedule and I can kind of walk you through what has happened. So,
Started running 4 verts more.
You know what? I have ran more vertical plays, but not 4 verts in specifically. Like if there's a vertical on the play, you know what? Fair enough. My receiver gets a step. I throw it to him every once in a while because you know what? Winning is more valuable to me than you bruising my ego. So my game against the Dolphins went exactly how I wanted to bounce back from. It went exactly how I wanted to go. I needed to bounce back from my game against the 49ers. And I essentially did that. I just was able to keep the ball away from the Dolphins the whole time, kept Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in check. And I walked away with the win. That led to a very close game against the Texans that I honestly should have lost, but managed to pull off a win last second. Same thing with the Jags. Needed to get a touchdown on my final drive in order to win. Did that. And then against the Jets, I just had to play keep away. So
I saw that Drake May got 3 rushing touchdowns. Was that like just a bunch of QB sneak, I'm guessing?
There was one QB sneak, and then I ran one of the double slant plays. Nobody was open, and I was like, well, the middle of my offensive line is just going towards the sideline, so I just ran right up the middle. Then there was another play. I just rolled out to the right. Nobody was open, and found that I could get into the end zone, so I did.
That's a dub?
Yeah, I mean, my wide receiver situation is now very clear in my eyes. I know who my number 1 through 3 are. Traded for a new running back that is going to back up Antonio Gibson. I have removed Kendrick Bourne from my roster. I've gotten rid of Dietrich Wise Jr. and Jonathan Jones, but we have brought in Caleb Farley, Keaton Mitchell, and then just free agents to fill out the roster to bring us back up to 53 guys. How has your last 4 weeks go now that we are at the trade deadline? Trade deadline.
Well, I mean, good and bad. You know, I've won all 4 of my games, so I would say that's something. But I was talking about this at the end of the last episode. I literally have now won 3 straight games by 3 points. So I'm just winning these close games. But in a lot of these games, I'm up by like 10 points or 17 points. And then in the fourth quarter, their team just stats pads. So even though it's like I'm only winning by 3 points in these games, I'm winning by a lot more. It's just they're getting a lot of garbage time points on my defense. This week, though, if you look at the schedule, there's only 2 undefeated teams left in our franchise, and they are playing each other this week. I'm playing the 7-0 Chicago Bears.
I do see that, and part of me thinks you're not going to have a hard time at all beating them, considering your defense has apparently been playing out of its mind.
Yeah, do you like that Sean Murphy bunting interception stat?
Jesus.
Yeah. We get an ass ton of picks, but if you look at our sacks, we do nothing in sacks. Literally 2.5 sacks is my top guy there. What is that? Like I got like 12 sacks. So I barely got any sacks. I literally have more interceptions than sacks, which I don't know if that's ever happened in the NFL. Like I literally have more interceptions through sacks in 8 weeks.
Yeah, I might have caught up to you in this sack department.
It definitely did. How many picks? Damn, I got 6 pick sixes. Yeah, let's see here. Let's check out. Oh, I went to the Panthers.
I'm looking at your stats right now.
Tommy, who do you think's punted more in our league, me or you?
Me.
How many? That's correct, actually. But by 1 punt. You've punted 1 more time than me.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me.
You've been running the ball pretty well with the Gibson there. He's been getting a lot of runs.
Yeah, I actually had a meeting with him, and he said he thinks he could get 2,000 total yards. And that is receiving and rushing. And he's just under 1,000 total yards at the midway point of the season. So, I mean...
Oh, yeah, I had a meeting with Marvin Harrison Jr., and then he got hurt. Oh, yeah, that's something I told you in private, but in the actual series now. Not having Marvin Harrison Jr. the last 3 weeks have also sucked ass. What's also crazy is I haven't had him the last 3 weeks, and he's still leading my team in touchdowns, yards, and receptions.
That is pretty embarrassing.
That's how good Marvin Harrison Jr. was the first... how many weeks did I have him, even? I only had him for 5 weeks. I only had him in 5 weeks. God damn, Marvin Harrison. Absolute beast. He got hurt in week 5, and then so I missed him basically all of week 5 and then the last 3 games. So I'm having him back for the Bears here, so the Bears better watch out, because now I'm reloaded with Marvin Harrison Jr.
I mean, unfortunately, in terms of your rebuild is looking like you don't have to rebuild much.
I mean, you're also 5-3. What do you want to say? You're also winning. You've got on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah, but I mean,
the playoffs.
I feel like in terms of my offense, I've got a good core, and then defense, I just got to replace the guys that are currently performing.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of football left. I could go on a big losing streak here. The Bears could absolutely screw me.
Yeah, we both know that's not happening.
You don't know. What do you mean? I've only won my last 3 games by 3 points. All it takes is 1 mistake and I lose.
I mean, you both know. You have never had a stretch of time in a Madden outside of the first 5 games where you do bad in a season. We both know that's true.
Well, we'll see what happens. I gotta play the Bears and then the Jets back to back. That could be interesting.
I'll see you. Actually, we probably won't talk to each other again until we play each other.
I think that's fair. We'll talk to each other in week 15, good sir.
All right, sounds good. Good luck. Hope you lose.
Too. You know what, Tommy? I hope you lose as well.
Thank you. Alrighty, post interview with Cameron. He has obviously continued his success, and we are looking to, well, continue ours as well. He is in a way better position than us, and then in terms of the AFC East, we have an opportunity to take control of it. So, let's go over their roster real quick and see what... I don't even know. I'm playing the Titans. See what the Titans have in store with us. Only one team over a 90 overall, many in the 80s, but they have minus morale because they have yet to win a game. I kind of wonder what their scenario is. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at their stats. All right, Will Levis, not getting a lot of yards on the ground. That's really not good. Calvin Ridley having, I guess, an okay year. Offensive line isn't doing fantastic. This defense generates no pressure. Not a whole lot of picks. This has potential to be a good week for us. Let's go ahead and take advantage of it. All right. We didn't increase our interceptions column last time, but we also didn't increase the touchdown column in terms of passing. We're getting into the part of the year where we're going to start looking for accolades. Now, one of the ones I really would like to get with Drake May is Rookie of the Year. And I think having a few good seasons or a few good games will help us. I think we definitely need to get into the 30 touchdown territory, which we're certainly not close to right now. And then I'd also like to see, I don't know, I guess I just want to try and rack up as many offensive accolades as we can. Defensively, it's going to be kind of tough to judge because in terms of a franchise rebuild, more of the work is going to be needed on defense for me. Because the majority of my accolades, or the majority of my upgrades, really need to come from offensive line. I've got my quarterback of the future. I'm comfortable with my wide receiver room. I am comfortable with my running back room. Like, my only real question marks are at offensive line. Michael Onwenu and Braxton Jones, I have complete belief that they are going to be a part of the team long term. I say that as Braxton Jones goes down, but that is currently where I'm sitting. Defensively, assuming... Let me back up a little bit. So the way that this league is going to work, I know I haven't explained this, but the way that me and CM Freeze do our leagues are in a format of best of 4. First person to win 4 Super Bowls wins. Now, on all Madden, usually this takes us, I would say on average, 7.5 seasons. Because there are some sets where we go into an 8th season, and some where we don't. I am anticipating this league to probably be 6 seasons. So, there are... Essentially, we know that I have 6 seasons to win 4 Super Bowls. So I need to be able to build up a defense. Now, I'm historically pretty good at doing this versus Cameron. But Cameron's defense has apparently been playing absolutely amazing, which is really not good for us, because our defense, I just haven't really been clicking with it. Maybe it's the playbook. I'm definitely sticking with the scheme, but there's something about this that I'm not exactly clicking with. I am going to be trying to melt this into my team, and obviously signing players like Josh Uche. I think we extended Jabril Peppers and Caleb Farley, making them the cornerstones. That is going to be something that helps us out a lot. But we ultimately are just going to have to see what we can turn this defense into in the time that we have, as Calvin Ridley gets a pretty decent catch. And when I did choose this team, the only things I really knew about it were the defense would probably be old but have some pieces. And in this Drake May and this team like had some things that I could build around. Just I don't know. I don't know what it is, but defensively we have just not been clicking. I might end up. I don't know if I'll end up switching the scheme. I don't find that very likely, but I'm able to recognize that something is likely going to need to change. I don't really remember what my point was. I just... We're just trying to fight back in, get the accolades we can get, develop the players we can, and walk out of this season successful. And a successful season for us, as much as it would be nice to have a season where we win a Super Bowl year one, a successful season for us is making the playoffs and CM Freeze not beating the not winning the Super Bowl. At the end of the day, offense is certainly not my concern with this team. It is going to be what the future of this defense looks like. Starting this out with the rookie QB has been very nice. That should have been a pick. I'm really looking to try and get my receivers involved in the game again. Oh, man. I literally could have thrown it to either of those two, and I would have been fine. I think Tyquan Thornton is a piece that is going to be very valuable. But I think the most valuable piece of this offense is going to be the one wearing number 10 doing the stanky leg. And good stop on first down. Nah. It's just weird because, like, I'm so used to being able to get, like, user interceptions and, like, whatnot. Fumble. Okay. Big up. Good job, Jelani Tavai and Josh Uche. Booth review. Seriously? And maybe I just need to learn this game a little bit more, which is likely true. I don't know. I just feel like I haven't gotten many user interceptions, which is also just felt weird. Of course we cause a fumble and it rolls out of bounds. Tigizem Aquankwo. I used him in the league, and I really liked him. Well, Levis is having a solid day against us. I'm not too sure how this team is 0-7. Christian Barmore is a guy that I'm really excited to see what his progression looks like over the course of this league. He's been somebody who has yet to, like, truthfully disappoint me. And then Matthew Judon right here. Massive tackle for loss. We're going to hold the Titans to 3. All right, we got a minute to score another touchdown, which I'm interested in doing. I'd love to hit that over the shoulder. That would feel so good to hit. We're going to try and connect on a Antonio Gibson Screenplay. That linebacker just doesn't get sucked into anything. All right. KJ Osborne, big play. He's seeing a nice bit of yards after a slow week last week. Doesn't really surprise me considering all the rushing yards we had last week, but nice to see that from him. Him and Javon Baker both had slow times, not able to get into the end zone down at the 1-yard line. Run it in with Antonio Gibson. And there we go. We extend our lead to 11. Not able to get much room with Tony Pollard, and that's the half. I'm going to favor throw at medium and continue defending the outside run. We've been doing pretty good against the Titans. I would like to extend that dominance. Caleb Farley able to get a good tackle on his former teammate. I don't feel like this is a terrible time to attempt to run a blitz. Able to kind of disrupt that pass, but Will Levis is still able to connect with Calvin Ridley. I mean, it kind of worked the first time. Let's try this again. We're going to blitz. And Tony Pollard makes it through. We stop him at the 35-yard line after a massive gain. Yeah, I just don't know what my issue is on this in this defensive front. Like, maybe just the combination of Juwan Bentley, Jelani Tavai, and Sione Takisaki just don't work well together. Like, I'm not willing to say that isn't the case. Maybe some guys just really need time to develop. That also could be the case. I honestly am just... I have just simply been doing what I would normally do, and something needs to change. I think that's Matthew Judon hurt. I think that means no, Armin Watts is going to check onto the field. Will Levis keeps it himself and scores a touchdown. They're going to go for 2 to try and make it a 3-point game. Are you serious? Okay, good. Okay, good. I was like, there's no way. All right, well, deep into the third. We currently have a 5-point lead that I'm interested in sustaining, and Braxton Jones picking up that block so we can kick it out to the outside. We get it up to the 50. Antonio Gibson having a pretty good day so far. We're going to keep it, we're going to try and keep it on the ground for a little bit. Going to kick it out to the outside. We're going to have plenty of rushing room. We're able to get another 16 yards. We're moving well. Incomplete pass on first down. Brings us to 2nd and 10 from the 34. Going to get this to Javon Baker. Don't really know what his stats have looked like recently, but he's going to be a guy we want to try and bring to that 1,000-yard level. If not, try and get him into that 800-yard, few touchdown level. That would be quite ideal, as I'm not too crazy about this formation, but we are going to fight for the touchdown. Touchdown, Javon Baker. 3 catches leading to a touchdown on this drive. Great job. I'm kind of willing to experiment with getting another sack, as Jelani Tavai is the guy that does it. I mean, we just need to find a way to generate pressure. Maybe I just need to bring in a super fast linebacker. You know, that actually raises an idea. This offseason, if I decide to make a change at linebacker, I already have one on the team that I would move there. You guys may remember earlier in this franchise that I put on the trade block a player named like Maltu Mabu, something like that. He's a star dev strong safety. I currently am considering next season starting him at linebacker. My game plan for him is to probably play outside linebacker and have Giovanni Tavai. Christian Gonzalez gets his first pick of the year. Is have Jelani Tavai move to middle linebacker to replace Jawan Bentley, whatever his name is. I'm so happy. As I'm complaining that like I don't feel like my defense is doing what it should do, at least like what I'm used to, we get something that I'm used to seeing, like a boundary corner getting an interception. I'm gonna give Antonio Gibson the ball a few more times. Want to try and get him as much yards as we can get. Don't know why I'm talking like this. Love to see the wide receiver screen get some work. Come on. Oh. If I could have turned the corner against Harold Landry, that would have been fantastic. Not able to. We're going to run some play action. They've been seeing us run a lot. Tyquan Thornton wide open. This speed is just exactly what I need on this offense. And I'm so excited for it next season, where unfortunately KJ Osborne will be gone, but I will then be able to start Tyquan Thornton in the slot. KJ Osborne does check out with injury. Demario Douglas, haven't seen him on the field in a while. Doesn't matter. Antonio Gibson touchdown. We almost got the sack on Will Levis there. I'm going to sit in the defense I like to run and prevent DeAndre Hopkins from running wild on us. And get me onto a linebacker. Oh my God. The fact that he connected with that is insane. Tyler Boyd. Didn't realize he was on the Titans. This means we're going to get the ball going into the 2-minute warning. Jalen Polk on the hands team. Maybe he's a guy that gets another shot next year. I really don't know what that whole scenario is going to look like. As we have Hunter Henry wide open. For the not a touchdown. I thought it was a touchdown waiting for us. I honestly can't lie, but we walked down the field immediately, put up another touchdown on them. They just can't hang with us. That is embarrassing. Wait, does that mean I get to reattempt the PAT? There we go. Big hit on DeAndre Hopkins. I'm really not expecting too much. I'm mainly just going to be... trying to get on offense again. I wouldn't mind trying to get another touchdown. No, we can run a blitz to try and make that be a reality. Big hit on that guy. Not ready for this. We're just absolutely beating up on the Titans. If I'm a head coach, I don't think I'm going to allow my team to get beat up like this. But, I mean, they're the ones continuing to call plays. Our defense is allowing a ton of yardage. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like my defense should be allowing as much stuff as it is as Jelani Tavai gets a pick. Oh my god. Alright. I know I don't need the first down to win, but I'm interested pretty much getting that set of stats, I guess. We win 42-23. Let's go, Patriots. Looking at the stats, Will Levis only only 2 incompletions, really? Wow. Well, Drake May had a really good day. 70% completion rating, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Then in terms of our ground game, we had 4 touchdowns. Antonio Gibson almost having a 100-yard day on the ground. Went over 100 yards if you include his receiving yards. KJ Osborne, good day. Tyquan Thornton, good day. Javon Baker, good day. Absolutely what I want to be seeing from our core all around. Defensively, we did get a sack with Jelani Tavai and an interception. And a tackle for loss. Way to go. 15 skill points is pretty big. I think that'll bring us to 26. With Antonio Gibson is only 26. Mentor tag might not be hard to get. I mean, he's working well for us. That's all I really need. 2 points away from 1 spot on after-school tutoring. Of course, CM Freeze beats the Bears. We'll advance to next week, where we have an opportunity to play the 7-1 Chicago Bears. And with this one, we still haven't taken our division. But we are one of the best teams in the AFC. We're sitting in the 6th seed for the wild card. Only a few... Honestly, if we can finish with only 1 more loss, we could end up being the 1 seed, which I think is crazy. That's all I got for you today. Take it easy. This has been Thomas from Lucky Gaming. Peace.